As I speak right now, I'm creating the next data point in my project. I hope by the end of this talk, that statement will make some sense. Marketing is a tough job. One way to find new business is by sending cold emails to prospective clients. But generic emails don't get seen. We need a way of making them stand out. We can do this by tailoring the email to the client to really find that bit of gold that makes your email stand out, to explain why you, as a company, are special in their sector. But finding that bit of gold using company data from previous projects is hard. The data could be anywhere, in spreadsheets, emails, documents, or videos, and it's a very manual process to retrieve the most relevant snippet of data to fill the email. This is time-consuming and overwhelming. And faculty is no exception to this problem. Maddie, Maria, and the rest of the marketing team send emails to find new clients who'll take on fellows like us. Almost all of the projects at faculty are about AI. The marketing team read about AI every day, and they felt they were missing out. What if they could just ask ChatGPT and it gave relevant snippets for their emails while understanding the wider context of faculty projects? They want a piece of AI, and so they create a fellowship project for themselves. My name is Theo Rashid, and I spent the fellowship building a full-stack large language model application to support the fellowship team in their marketing efforts. So, why can't we just ask ChatGPT questions about previous fellowship projects? Well, large language models, LLMs like ChatGPT, know nothing about previous faculty projects. They need some context. We know that LLMs are the state-of-the-art technology for summarizing information. What we can do is feed information into the LLM and then ask it to reply. This is known as augmented generation. We tell the LLM the context of the problem, and based on that context, it can now answer questions about the data. But firing all the information to the LLM at once is inefficient, slow, and costly. We can use natural language processing methods to retrieve only the most relevant context data. This is known as retrieval augmented generation, or RAG. So we need to provide the LLM with only sources of data which are relevant to our query. Luckily for the faculty team, there is plenty of data. The fellowship has been running since 2014 and has amassed nearly 500 previous projects. Almost all previous projects have a video, like the one that you're watching now, of the demo day talk. Starting from scratch, I took the transcripts of these videos, cleaned them using natural language processing methods, turned them into vector embeddings, and then I built a SQL database with them. This is our data source to perform retrieval augmented generation. The app I built, known as the Fellowship Explorer, has a fully interactive front end and a robust backend orchestrating the flow of data. It works like this. The user, Maddie, asks a question about previous fellowship projects. The backend receives this query and uses natural language processing methods to find the most relevant parts of the video to that query. This relevant context is then fed into the LLM along with the original query, and the LLM then produces a response which Maddie can put into her marketing emails. To recap here, I built from scratch a relational database of previous project videos. I've implemented retrieval augmented generation, and then I've built an LLM application with an interactive front end, complete with an API to interact with the database. Now that we have the right context, we can just ask the Fellowship Explorer about previous projects and it will produce informative answers. The dashboard also has two further features. Firstly, we can also directly query the database for questions where we don't need an LLM. For example, to find out that the number of fellowships in financial services is 38. Secondly, because in the future, there will be more fellowship projects, I've added the ability to add information to the database directly from this simple-to-use dashboard. The impact of this project is huge. The cost of a query is on the order of pennies, but the cost of time saved for Maddie and the rest of the fellowship team is massive. The problem is not just specific to faculty. In fact, any company with a repository of previous information, regardless of the data type, can build an application like this and have access to that data at their fingertips. There is a huge potential here for wider applications. We just need to swap out the database, and we can even swap out the LLM if an improved model comes out in the future. Once this presentation is uploaded to YouTube, we will have a new data point in the database. Hopefully, this talk can be used to bring in more fellowship projects. As a result of this project, I have one very happy client who has seen a massive speed up in her workflow. I'm very happy to demo the application or show the code base to anyone at Demo Day if they're interested. Thank you very much for listening.